Welcome back everybody to Let's Rediscover Ape Escape 3. I'm your host, the Gaming Hipster. Last time we defeated Tomoki in an awesome battle, we got a new morph, everything was cool. But now, it's also called Tomokin. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to Gotta Love Specter. So this is going to be the last level, stage, whatever you want to call it.
Now that you've made it this far, you can use the warp pad to warp wherever you please. When you want to save your game, press the start.
Now, as per usual, I'll try to capture the majority of them because when I come back here to complete the game later, I want to have a good majority of them so that it doesn't take me forever to do this, because this level is very long and has a lot of monkeys to capture. I'm sure there's a lot of people who probably have played this game and said, you know what, hey, screw the monkeys, who the hell cares, I'm just gonna go and get Specter. It's probably not the best idea because, you know, you can't complete the game unless you capture all the monkeys. So again, I use my flying squirrel technique, which is really helpful for these laser parts. And of course you have that nice range with your capture, so it makes excellent capturing. I try to not use a totally big amount of morphs during this level, mainly because I didn't know what to expect for the final boss against Specter, so I was kind of a little bit iffy on that. So I tried to, you know, save up, and I probably shouldn't have, because it probably would have made my life a little bit easier on a lot of these parts where I die. But win some, you lose some. It's a good thing also that I bought 1 extra life, or 2 extra lives, or whatever I did before, because I really needed them in this level. They do give you 1 life, I think I got in this level, but it really helped me out in the ending anyway. So I knew that was going to come into play at some point, that it would be a really good idea to buy a life here and then. So I did, and it really helped out in this level. And I had so much extra too. I was waiting for the mini games to come back,
Seems like Specter TV
but they never
is
did.
still broadcasting from the space station Sadu 3. You'll need to bring the curtain down on Specter TV to capture Specter. There are 4 studios, and each one has its own control room. Hit the switches on the far sides of the studios. That'll stop the broadcasts from being transmitted. We're coming close to the showdown with Specter. You better not give up on me now, okay?
So I thought they were going to give you a choice here on what studio to go to, like, first and everything, but they don't give you a choice. You just keep going from studio to studio, and it's a linear path, and there's, you know, really nothing else to do. They could have changed that, but it doesn't matter. So here we have some cutouts of monkeys here. I've no idea why. It's kind of creepy, actually, because it was kind of hard to tell until you got up close, and then you were like, oh, it's not a monkey, it's a cutout. Kind of cute. And thankfully this level gives you a lot of cookies, which I was really happy about, because this level is kind of frustrating and a little bit difficult. But thankfully they do help you out a good amount. And I tried to, mostly I use Cyber Ace in this level, because Cyber Ace I didn't, you know, have enough chance to have with it. And that attack that it has is pretty amazing. I'm not a total fan of the capture on it, but it works. Because I miss more than I actually hit, which is sad to say. Because it's kind of hard to, like, aim it. And the music in this level, I kind of got like a Final Dungeon JRPG kind of feel to it. I have no idea why, but the music, like I've played some like PS1 JRPGs and stuff like that, and this is sometimes the like this kind of sounding music that it has with it, and it's really weird to me. Like it's not even like good. Like for me at least, it's not even like good. But I don't know why they like to have this kind of, I don't know, theme to it. Like I don't even know what kind of, is this supposed to be like mysterious or like, I don't know, something like that. Because it doesn't really feel like any kind of emotion is going through the music. I don't know. That's just me though. And I think this was supposed to be a reference to, what's that movie, Planet of the Apes? Not quite sure though. Could be not. So this is basically all you do for all 4 of these studios. You go up to the top, you hit the button, and you go back down and you continue merry way. Pretty simple. Also, I just want to like say that if you see, they always have like the stupid slingshot ammo. I actually just figured this. I just like remembered, but we actually never used the friggin' ammo at all in this game. And I was like, wait a second, we really didn't? Like, I had to think about it. I was like, we really didn't use any of that. And it's funny, but we didn't. Like, in Ape Escape 2, we did, kind of. Ape Escape 1, definitely, we did. Because the enemies dropped them like candy. In this game, though, actually, they didn't drop them at all. Like, why is it even in the game if the enemies, number 1, don't drop them? And number 2, it's never a use at all. Like, what's the use when I have morphs that could do them? Like, I can see maybe those armored enemies that I was talking about before, where you have to go into morph and to hit them and stuff, maybe the bombs could go through them? That's possible. But the morphs are just better because they have more use out of them. So here we have another RC car part. You know how much I like them. This one's actually kind of difficult, depending how, I guess, good you are. The problem with this part is that I never noticed how fast the RC car moved until I had to start going slow all the time. And every time I hit the damn stick, the thing would go nuts. So I was like, oh shit, this is not going to be totally easy. And what killed me there, actually, it's kind of stupid, is you're supposed to like go full speed, and it's like some sort of ramp, so you're supposed to jump over the ramp with your speed. So this is actually the part where you're supposed to go fast, and I didn't know that, so broke down. This unfortunately takes me a little while, but I get it at some point. And all that just for one monkey. Here we have the Little Mermaid right here. And, of course, since it's the Little Mermaid, a little song and dance here. And that was a crab, and I'm pretty sure that's the crab from whatever, Sebastian from Little Mermaid, so there's your references, take them all. And I think this is a Godzilla reference, or something like that. Now this guy, if you see, actually is using some kind of monkey head gloves or something like that. He's really resistant to catching. So you guys call twin midi, so I was like, is he wearing like mittens of monkey heads? I think that's kind of freaky, yo. Now this place really sucked for a few reasons. First of all, the depth perception here is not that great. So, most of the time I fall, which really does suck. I fell there for some unnecessary reason. But I really can't see the inside of it, so I don't know if I jump I'm gonna land in the middle and I'm just gonna fall down or something like that. I have no idea. Kind of hard to tell because they're revolving and all. If they were flat, this would be easier. Now this part right here I actually got really lucky with. I actually didn't make any mistakes on this part. And I swore I was gonna die here. I was like, oh great, this is gonna be my first life right here. But I didn't, surprisingly. And because I didn't want to take any chances with that monkey, I just went Miracle Ninja and I wanted to capture him as soon as possible. This guy was kind of scaring me. I didn't know what he was gonna do. And this part also sucks. Reason for that is because I thought that that the rocks over here were actually gonna come back. You know, like how they revolve, but then they come back and forth until you make your path. But they don't. And the reason for that is because there's these little holes that they go in. And you can't see them unless you look in that direction, or you look in the opposite direction, and then you figure it out. I didn't figure it out till it was too late, and I said, "Oh shit!" So I'm supposed to get the hell out of here as quick as possible. So you're supposed to actually look that way, and then leave. So I didn't know that. My mistake. So I was like, because it looks like it's open. Why would there be these little holes here? It doesn't make sense to me. But there are. For unknown reasons. So Miracle Ninja is really great for aerial enemies. I figured that out. Like, I figured it out before, but I mean, this just like hardens the point that they're really great for aerials. So any of those fucks, you know, you might be like, oh, I might want to use Cyber Ace, but nah, screw Cyber Ace. Cyber Ace is great for attacking, but not for capturing. If you want to capture, you use Miracle Ninja. That's just it. If you're like you have a group of enemies, like they're crowded all together, then you would use Dragon Kung Fu because of his like all grabbing technique. Like it's an area of effect, so it could grab multiples at once. Cyber Ace does the same thing, but it has to go from person to person, and doesn't always work very nicely. So this part also, I thought I was gonna die here, but thankfully I don't. The reason that, like, because I thought I was safe, I didn't think that any of these things could hit you, but you have to actually move, because if you don't, those lasers are gonna hit you. I didn't know that, but thankfully nothing happened. And here we go, we have your father right here. And I have no idea what he was using. He was using some kind of, maybe it's the Force? He could be using the Force. So they call him Yuki Monda, but like I have no idea what the fuck that means. So, I don't know. Probably one of the downfalls of this game is the names. I mean, like, I don't know. I have no idea what the hell they mean. They were a lot better in Ape Escape 2, and they actually had, you know, names that I could read. So I'm pretty sure they're all Japanese. Saru and Yuki and stuff like that, that's all Japanese, so it's like, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell they mean. So, I don't know if that was done on purpose, I still don't know. I'm still arguing with myself over it, because I have no goddamn idea what's going on, what happened there. No idea. So I have no idea how these guys were able to dodge my grab. Because no enemy in the entire game was able to dodge a morph grab. And this was surprising me. But this, they can dodge it. And I was very scared. Because I was like, this is it. This is the difficulty. But thankfully nothing went wrong. And I was able to fill up my morphs here. And we have another rotating platform section. I'm not a giant fan of these. I mean, in any game, really much. I don't like them at all. So thankfully, this is where we get our life. And I was really happy about it, because unfortunately, I wasted one before, so I had to compensate for it. So unfortunately, I do screw up here, but thankfully, the platforms were not moving. Otherwise, I'd take another hit of damage, and that would have sucked. So, I made a mistake, but it's okay. It was fixed. So we have this little part here that only hit me once, thankfully. Once I got the hang of it, I never got hit again. Basically, it always hits ahead of you, so as long as you just stop periodically, it's never gonna hit you. Now, I was never sure if these platforms actually fell. Like in Ape Escape 2's final level, they had those platforms that fell. I wasn't sure, so I tried to get off of them as fast as possible. Also, here could have been detrimental. If those guys hit me, I would have fell. Thankfully, they didn't. I really hate these pistol guys, because it takes 2 hits to kill them. And, once you hit them once, they'll just retaliate, like, immediately. But one thing I actually did learn in this level, and it's kind of sad that I learned it this late in the game, but you see all the teleborgs have the, those, like, wind-up, thingamajig mechanism. Also, that was stupid, and I lost my life here. So, there goes the life that I got, but whatever. So anyways, the teleborgs all have those wind-up mechanisms on their back. And what I learned, and I didn't learn it from that enemy, what I learned it from actually was the final boss, we'll get to later. But if you hit the wind-up mechanism, it's actually a one-hit kill, no matter what. And I was like, wait, what? I had no idea it was that was a thing until, you know, this late in the game, so I was like, oh, shit. So I could have utilized that a lot by using morph or whatever, just standard form, and then just going behind them and just, you know, knocking them out. Actually, it would have been a slight game changer, but it's alright. I won't, you know, cry over it.
I've grown tired of waiting for you.
Specter! You apologize to this wig dude! Yeah!
What do I care about Tomoki's feelings, huh? My plans have reached their final stage.
That double paradise plan thing? Just what's that all about?
Why not? I'll tell you. This space station, the Saru 3, is equipped with a chop rocket. I will launch it and chop the world! Right in two, right down the middle. After that, I was going to give one of the halves to Tomoki, but now I think I'll just let you humans fight over it. So what do you think? Both a brilliant and peaceful solution, huh? That's my double paradise plan. I'll accept your thanks. Now, what's wrong? Monkey got your tongue?
What are you talking about? Even you monkeys won't be able to live on the Earth if you do that!
Yeah! You're gonna bust up the whole planet!
You can't fool me! I'm more powerful than I ever was! Switch on!
No! Stop!
Yeah! So you're getting serious now. Very well. And so now, come and watch the finale of my double paradise plan. And stay out of the way!
Now, as soon as I saw the robot, I was like, no, it cannot be another Tomoki battle. At least that's what I hoped for.
I'll be back.
Thankfully, it was not, actually. It's different. By the way, the music here is badass. Just pointing it out there.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to teleport you anything but the flying turtle. The two of you need to work together to find a way to defeat Specter.
There he is.
King Gorilla is too big. Your attacks won't affect him. Give me some time so that I can look for a weak. Okay, I'm back. I found a weak point in Gorilla's defense.
And this is where I learned it. It's from this.
Blocking for walking by shooting him at the joint of his knee.
So I really like that they give you a lot of enemies here to fight off, unlike the final boss in Ape Escape 2, because they did give you periodically, I don't know, was it enemies or they gave you, I think they give you enemies, but they also give you sometimes drops. But here they gave you enemies for the drops, which I think is pretty good. This is where the dash really comes into play. Because I don't know if you get invincibility frames from the dash. You could. It's possible. I'm not paying a good amount of attention. Also, the jets hurt you, which I didn't really know. Kind of a lot to deal with missiles and the jets and everything.
You're going to capture Specter. You'll have to do it now while Gorilla can't move.
That's right. Okay then, here we go.
So this is where the whole because if you stay in the air and attack with Cyber Rays, he literally will never hit the frickin' floor ever. He will stay there and continuously attack. So this is where it really came into place, and it really helped, because I was able to dodge and have access to my air dash whenever I wanted to when I was attacking. So it was perfect. So I guess it could be argued to be the best morph, and I would say yes. But I guess just preference at the end, because there are like ones that do things better, like they have better captures and stuff like that, or maybe better all attacking, which I really don't even use to begin with, but it's there if you want to use it. This one though does have pretty much the best attack, but it's only for like bosses, I would say. Arguably this is the best boss morph. But if you're going for like captures and stuff like that, or want to defeat like a crowd of enemies, it would be different. And like I said, this is where it comes into place really well in this boss battle. So this is a great final morph, because it works really well. Because I know exactly how to control it. They give you a lot of freedom in the controls, so it's pretty self-explanatory. And sadly, that's it. I know, I was surprised myself. Because Ape Escape 1 gave me some trouble. Ape Escape 2 gave me a lot of trouble. I almost died completely. But this one was a cinch, didn't even waste a life.
But I can't seem to shake this feeling that I've forgotten something.
Yeah, be?
Yeah.
Hey, Kay! What do you think you're laughing at?
Wait just a minute, boys and girls. Have you forgotten about the chop rocket? If we don't do something, the Earth will be split in two.
Oh, right!
Not to worry, though. Who better to stop the chop rocket than I, its creator? There is a spacecraft down on the lower deck. You two can use it to get back to Earth. Hurry now. Go. There's no time.
Okay, we're relying on you!
See you later, Wig Dude!
Good luck, Dr. Tomoki!
Until we meet again, leave this thing up to me. I lied. We'll never meet again. Once the rocket has been engaged, it cannot be stopped. Unless, that is, I use the self-destruct system that's mounted in this space station.
Yeah, I was pretty depressed about it too. He didn't have to go like this.
Status report on the escape rocket.
Status launched.
Okay, self-destruct sequence B, start. My, I haven't felt so good about myself in years. I'm so glad that I met you. Kay, Yumi. Thank
Doesn't mention Aki.
you. Why, if it isn't number 1182. So you've come to spend our last few minutes together. Silly little thing. Here we go.
Kay! The space station!
Dr. Tomoki!
I was pretty upset by this. 'Cause this didn't have to happen. It didn't have to go like this. Like, this was really dramatic. And I was kind of upset because I was like, wait, the other games didn't have anything like this. This is crazy. Guy sacrificed himself.
Did it!
And I actually stayed for the credits this time.
Coming home.
Because they're really good. And they explain some things. So here we have Jimmy and Spike. I was like, oh my god, it's so classic. We only saw them in the beginning of that one cutscene, but that's alright. So, final thoughts on this game is the best Ape Escape game, in no doubt in my mind. If you're newcomers, whatever, definitely play through the first two though, because if you play this one, you'll never play the first two, I guarantee you. This game is just too much fun. The humor is very good. The gameplay is phenomenal. There's just so much. And I love the twist that they have with the morphs. Incredible. Because it's like, if you notice, we actually didn't get any new gadgets at all in this game. They had basic gadgets from Ape Escape 1. That's it. And nothing new from Ape Escape 2, and nothing new in total. And everything new was the morphs. And here, actually, we have that Tomoki and 1182, where the hell he was, lived. I have no idea how they lived, but they did. A little burnt out, but they're alright. So, like I said, this game's phenomenal. It's fantastic. And I definitely think that if you've never, thought about giving the series a chance, definitely do, because this one is worth the wait. I knew that this was the best one. I've heard about it, but I didn't know until I played it, and I honestly say yes, I agree wholeheartedly. It is most definitely the best one that you can get your hands on. It's a lot of fun. And it's sad to see that the Ape Escape series has dwindled after this, because this was at its highest point. Every game got incrementally better and better. And then it just, died. And that's just terrible. So if you see here, if you don't already know, most of you may or may not know, there is a Metal Gear Solid minigame in this game. They had a little, I guess, collaboration with Metal Gear Solid. Don't ask me how or why. I don't know. I don't know the details of it. There may be information online.
I hear you. Hello, Pink here. Huh? Ink. I've rescued Specter and my friends, you know. What did you think would happen if you didn't capture me first? Bye-bye. Just what do you think you're doing, idiot?
Yeah, so I knew Pink would do something.
Will you help us again? Oh my.
Yeah, I really didn't have much of a choice. I guess I would have to help again. So she's the reason. Actually, now they gave a reason why everyone's gone.
Fantastic new game at the hobby shop. It's called something like Metal Gear Solid, and I'd really like to play it too.
So it's called Metal Gear Solid, and it's a nice mini game, stuff like that. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it exists. So I was really excited to try it out. Unfortunately, we won't be doing it in this episode, but next one we will be doing that. And again, I will be completing this game and getting all of the monkeys, doing their true final boss, all that junk, and also the third mini game, which I can't get until I have a certain percentage. So now I have to go through all of this again, and you actually have to do the bosses again too as well. So it's gonna be really, really exciting to, you know, see all of this stuff. So I'm really excited. Can't wait to do them. They'll be coming up shortly. You'll be seeing everything soon. So until then, take care, guys.